Hey all you minions and mercenaries, it's time for episode 12 of Behind the Heroes, where we take an in-depth look at the heroes of the Storm. We've got a special treat for you today, as we've got someone who's just new in the game today, Jaina Proudmoore, the Frost Mage of Theramore. Theramore, I think that's the right name of her town, right? Isn't it? Okay, anyhow. I'm excited about this. I'm interested to see how her gameplay works, because I may have a hard time resisting like putting her into my roster right away, despite the fact that it costs a little bit more in the initial introduction. So I'll see if I can resist, but I may not be able to. But I haven't even tried her out yet, so I don't even know if that'll be necessary. So let's look at her basic abilities. We have good old Frostbolt, Shoot Bolt. How about Shoot a Bolt that deals damage and chills target? We have Blizzard, create a storm of ice at the target location, damaging and slowing enemies. And we have Cone of Cold, deal damage in a cone and chill target. I think the people that writing text at Blizzard forgot some of their articles, and the, but
No greater mage on Azeroth, I assure you.
well, maybe not. And then we've got her combat trait, Frostbite. Your abilities chill targets, slowing them, and cause them to take more damage, which is interesting, because I kind of came up with a concept for Jaina several months ago, and that's kind of the combat trait I had. It was basically just a chill, not increasing damage, but that's kind of cool that Blizzard and I kind of think alike. And we got our heroic abilities. We got Summon Water Elemental, a very famous Jaina spell, which summons a powerful water elemental. And we have Ring of Frost, create a freezing ring that roots and damages enemies, which sounds an awful lot like her Blizzard there. Well, I guess that one does a root. This one just does a slow. And let's take a look at her skins right here. I mean, this is the classic Jaina, and we got a couple of color choices. Ooh, that's very Frost Magey looking, and that's... doesn't look very Frost Magey. It looks very foresty.
You'll find no greater mage on Azeroth.
Yeah, you said that before. And we've got her master skin, which that's definitely interesting. And we can go for a little bit of a... okay, that's kind of like her base coloration too. And something a little more a red there. Not bad. And new Winter's Veil skin. So we have Winter Veil Jaina in her nice red and green robes, and a nice little snowflake staff there. And we can go for a little more blue. I like that. That's not bad. And a nice black option there. So very, very nice options right there. We're just gonna do some regular stuff. Or maybe we'll do a frosty look on this one, and we'll just give her a try, see how she works out. We all know the setup by now. It's gonna be a Frost Mage against a Frost Warrior in good old Arthas, with a little bit of Malfurion thrown in to tip the balance in our favor. We'll start as we usually do. We're going to be leveling her up, and then take a look at some of the talent options here. I have no idea what we're going to be seeing here. I really wish they'd make this faster again, so I could just spam click this. Level 20. Okay, good. So at level 1, we've got talents Winter's Reach, which is going to increase the range of her Frostbolt. We got Lingering Chill, which increases the duration of her chill. Not bad. We have Deep Chill, which increases the slow of the chill. Okay, one will increase the duration, so they're chilled longer. One will just make the move even slower. Interesting choice at level 1. And then we have Conjurer's Pursuit, which is a talent they actually just kind of tweaked in this patch. Gather Regeneration glows to increase mana regeneration, but I think it also grants an extra plus 1/4 mana per second permanently. Is that per level? Is it scale per level, or is that just a 1/4 mana per second? Because that's not really much for the entire game. Maybe fine for level 1, but across the game, I don't know. So we're just going to increase the range here, because we don't really worry about anything else. Okay, and then we have at level 4, we've got Frost Shards. Frostbolt will now pierce the first target, hit an additional target behind them. It's another idea I had for a Frostbolt, but let's not talk about my concept, because it's irrelevant at this point. We got Snowstorm, which increases the radius of Blizzard by 30%. Arcane Intellect, an old Warcraft ability. Damage to chilled targets returns mana. Ooh, that is very interesting. I like that. And Envenom, activate to deal damage over time. It's actually a pretty common talent among heroes. I'm going to do this one because I really like the sound of that. Returning mana. Then at level 7, we've got Ice Flows. Increases the area and cooldown reduction. Doubles the width of Cone of Cold and causes each target hit to reduce its cooldown by 0.5 seconds. Okay, that's very interesting. We've got Frostbitten, increases the damage bonus of her chilling ability. I'll definitely like that. Frost Armor. Blocks hero basic attacks and slows enemies. Enemy heroes that attack you are chilled. Every 8 seconds, you can block the next basic attack from an enemy hero, reducing the damage by 75%. Oh, I like that. I definitely like that Frost Armor idea. And is that passive or active? We're going to have to try that out, see if that's a passive or an active ability. Ice Lance reduces cooldown on chilled targets. The cooldown of Frostbolt is reduced by 2 seconds if it impacts a chilled target. Interesting. A lot of synergy with her abilities here, especially with her combat trait. But let's try Frost Armor. That appears to actually be passive ability because I don't have a new activated ability on the bar up here. So it's very interesting. Okay, now we have heroic abilities. Oh, then we can see it right there. Frost Armor right there. Do we want to do Summon Water Elemental or Ring of Frost? We're going to Water Elemental. Definitely going to Water Elemental. At level 13, we have Stormfront. Increases the cast range of Blizzard by 100%. What's the cast range on that right now? We can kind of see, if you can kind of see the gold ring around here, that's the cast range right now. So 100%, that is a huge range on that ability. Improved Ice Block. Activate to place yourself in stasis and gain invulnerability for 3 seconds. When the effect expires, nearby enemies are chilled. Interesting. We might have to try that despite this insane range. Icy Veins. Reduces the cooldown and mana cost. Activate to make your basic ability cooldowns recharge 3 times as fast and reduce their mana cost by 50% for 5 seconds. Okay. So you have to kind of time that to make sure you're actually going to take advantage of the cooldown ability. So it's going to take a little bit of character management on that one. And we got Sprint, which is activate to increase movement speed. Which, with all this chilling stuff, does she really need to get away faster? We're going to try Ice Block. Yeah, there's an activated ability. So we want to definitely see how that works out. So at level 16, we got Snow Crash. Adds an additional wave. Increases the number of blizzard waves from 2 to 3. We haven't seen how Blizzard works yet, so we're not entirely sure what that does. We have Northern Exposure. Increase enemy damage taken. Enemies damaged by Cone of Cold are also afflicted with Vulnerable, increasing the damage they take by 20% for 2 seconds. So a lot of ways for increasing the damage on targets by using her abilities. I like this. I like this. We got Numbing Blast. Roots chilled targets. So Cone of Cold also roots chilled targets for a second. So you hit them with Cone of Cold. If they're already chilled, it's more synergy between her abilities. I really like where they're going with this. And then we've got Ice Barrier. Damage dealt gives Jaina shields. 5% of the damage you deal to targets with chill is returned as shields to Jaina. Okay, so that's kind of like Kerrigan's combat trait, which have we covered? Yeah, we've covered Kerrigan. It's kind of like Kerrigan's combat trait, only you actually have to trait talent for it later on. So that's interesting. Let's just add an additional wave to this. Or do we want a root? Yeah, we're going to try the root ability, see if we can get that working. And then finally at level 20, we got Swift Storm, increases mount speed and prevents dismount from damage, which is not bad at all. Bolt of the Storm, activate to teleport a short distance. I think we've seen that before. Cold Snap. Secondary frost explosion occurs. The center of the ring also explodes with frost after the first ring expires. A little confusing because we haven't seen the ability yet, but definitely could have some potential there. And then we have Winter Mute. Increased cast range and elemental mimics basic abilities. Your water elemental will now mimic your Frostbolt, Blizzard, and Cone of Cold abilities for 50% damage. Cast range increased by 50%. Okay, so it mimics your abilities. I like that. We're going to give that a try. And let's just toggle the minions, see if we can't get this going, and
I'll take care of it.
Let's take this into battle. So let's start with a Blizzard right here. Okay, Blizzard's actually a pretty small range. Okay, so it just rains down icicles. That's interesting. Let's just... Okay, that was a skill shot, and I completely missed it. So Frostbolt completely missed.
On the way.
Let's try this again. There we go. He's now chilled. For how long? I want to chill him and then hit him with this Cone of Cold, which is going to also root him. So we need to wait for the next wave. Oh, I'm not gonna... Am I going to be... Okay, hit him with that. Oh, I missed him. Let's see if we can get... Okay, we're going to hit him with that. And then Cone of Cold, so now he's rooted. And let's just throw down a Blizzard. Frostbolt him. That's a pretty long range on Frostbolt.
Sounds good.
Alright, now let's see if we can get this water elemental summoned. It's got a long range, too. Okay, let's summon that water elemental. Frostbolt. Blizzard. Going with cold. Oh, and rooted and gone. That was nice.
If you're sure, I am not to be trifled with.
So this definitely, okay, there's definitely some interesting stuff going on here. Okay, my water elemental's gone. I'm going to take damage here just deliberately. Come on, damage me. And then we will try, oh, I'm actually, okay, let's try Ice Block. Okay, so that's Ice Block.
All right with me. Keep it up.
Okay, so now let's reset the levels. Get us back up to, oops, wrong button. Level us up to level 10. So we can try our other ability. Let Malfurion take care of that for a little while. Oops, level 11. Good enough. Can we refresh forts too? Start from something fresh. Okay. Increase range. Yeah, sure, why not? Damage until target returns mana. Yeah. Let's just start picking things. Okay, so now we want Ring of Frost.
Let's get going.
Which Ring of Frost. Short delay creates a ring of frost at the target location that deals damage and roots enemies for 3 seconds. And the ring persists, chilling enemies thereafter. So let's just try that right now. So there's the delay.
Time is of the essence.
Did it root him? I didn't notice any rooting. Where's clear cooldowns? Let's try this again.
Ring of Frost.
Did it root him? Let me read this. Creates a ring of frost that deals damage and roots enemies for 3 seconds. Was he rooted? He didn't look rooted for 3 seconds to me. Clear cooldowns. Let's try this on those. Okay, so only the outer ring actually does the cooling. Or does the rooting. That's interesting.
I'll take care of it.
So only the outer ring does the cooling, which could make some sense on that talent. Can we take a look at that talent again? Your water. Oh no. The center of the ring also explodes with frost after the first ring expires. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting ability to try to hit, because you want to actually hit people on the outer edge of the ring, because that's where it's actually going to do the damage. Okay, so there's a little bit of skill in trying to figure this out. But anyhow, that is Jaina, and I really like where this is going. I'm interested in trying it out, so I hope you've enjoyed this look at Jaina Proudmoore, and have a day.